facilitates trade and commerce, and that of the international trade, which mitigates the business risks that are happening today in the market, which it brings stability to earning of profits by distributing among many, stability of income, device again becoming an insolvent where number of insurers become insolvent, they cannot be carried forward. It is protected against all kind of bad effects. It gets the advantage to insure with one large firm, which is very important. Good morning and welcome to the session 4 in Unit 1, third semester BCom Insurance Management. We're going to talk about management of risk by individuals. Now, as we proceed here, we need to first understand the role of insurance in the economic development and social security. Probably India is a country that picked up the ideology of insurance pretty late. The reason was that we just believed that there's only one insurance company for the entire country, and that was none other than LIC, the Life Insurance Corporation of India. Apart from that, people never ever believed that there could be an insurance company and there could be types of insurance that needs to be taken to cover up your life as well as your assets. But now, insurance have started playing a vital role in the economic development, as you start seeing, because whenever we talk about risk and mitigating that risk and to manage your capital assets and keep your financial trajectory always towards the north, we need insurance, we need that backup. Today, individuals are facing uncertainty to such a great extent, both in terms of the physical wellness as well as in terms of mental health state. So what happens here is that we need to understand that we need a person who can stand by us at any given point of time, take care of us, and also move forward in terms of growth and development. So whenever we talk this insurance, what is the first thing that comes to the top of the mind is that it mobilizes national savings for investment, a capital formation, intermediaries collecting premiums from large number of individuals. And they invest that money into productive assets like infrastructure projects. Now, whenever you talk about insurance, you need to understand that it's a hidden saving. Now, people ask this question, sir, keep on paying that premium, but when am I going to get the money back? It's not a fixed deposit that we are speaking about. It's not a mutual fund where you start putting the money and then you start asking this question, what happened to the returns? But this is an investment for your health. This is an investment for your future, the uncertainty part that you need to keep in your mind. Now, when you talk about paying your premiums, the premiums, when they collect in large amounts, they are being mobilized, they're being utilized for those big infrastructure projects, they're being rotated back in markets, they're being invested through the asset management companies, which makes the national capital flow to the next level. So that's why you need to understand about the role of economic development. And then we talk about reducing the transaction cost, which can finance large complex projects such as railways, power plants, which could be difficult for individual investors to support. So this is very, very important for all of us to understand that the transaction cost will also get reduced as we are speaking about our insurance investment. Followed by which the mitigation that involves the risk of financial losses from individual businesses to the insurers allows greater certainty and stability by encouraging the business owners to undertake innovative and different kinds of projects altogether, facilitates trade and commerce, and that of the international trade, which mitigates the business risks that are happening today in the market. Of late, if you'd have seen that due to unwanted reasons like terrorism or the nature attack, the fury of nature, or war-like situations, many assets have come into a challenging zone or have come into a survival mode altogether. So sometimes we think that we might be alive for the next 100 years, but that's not the truth. We need some sort of financial security and guarantee that can make us feel happy about the factor that yes, we would be there to see the next future, to see the next day altogether. So that's where the insurance comes into picture. This fosters that confidence and encourages economic exchange. Followed by which the merits of reinsurance. As we were talking about, reinsurance is a security for the insurers. He can share risk with other insurers. It increases the capacity of the insurers. the larger sums without any hesitation, and then it reduces the situation of uncertainty by distribution. It encourages new and small ventures that to undertake and remain in the business altogether. It makes us possible for the insurers to manage any kind of catastrophic that comes into picture. Normally, the risks that are not insured altogether. So I would always say that there are situations where you would start feeling that, yes, sir, I'm being targeted. I've been put into a situation which I'm not being able to know how to overcome these kind of situation, how to take it forward altogether. All these things are being looked up here. So that's why I would definitely say that insurance matters a lot. And when it comes to all kind of this natural disasters, we don't have a fallback plan. So in that situation, insurance comes handy to you. Followed by which it brings stability to earning of profits by distributing among many, stability of income, device again becoming an insolvent where number of insurers become insolvent, they cannot be carried forward. It reduces unhealthy competition. Reinsurance can be more useful to the new insurers who bear loss. It increases the goodwill of the insurance business, undertakes different types of risk and issues policies against those. Now, this is something which I've always felt that this is needed for us, and this is something very, very important. Why? Because whenever we think about the insurance process, it requires a little bit of factor, it requires a little bit of thought process where you need to understand what kind of insurance, what kind of factors, what are those needed, and how we can look forward in terms of taking the business altogether. So that could be a greater enunciation, that could have a greater philosophy in terms of taking up our savings, taking up our financial security in the long run. So that's why I would say the merits of reinsurance is definitely needed. And it also gives a goodwill to the business saying that it would continue under any situation. Followed by which the advantages that you get, the two insurers, and in case when one insurer has become insolvent, the indemnity is being passed on. It is protected against all kind of bad effects. It gets the advantage to insure with one large firm, which is very important, and the advantage of insuring against catastrophic risks as we are talking about today. Followed by which we come to the end of this session. I hope and believe that we have been able to understand the functions of the reinsurance, why reinsurance becomes important, and how we need to take it forward. So in the upcoming session, we are going to discuss again the following factors: the risk uncertainty, the principles of insurance, which we are going to take a little more lenient step, a deep dive into that altogether. But in this, I would definitely believe that these facts that are spoken will help you to pass your exam and get good marks in the upcoming sessions. So with this, I come to the end of this particular session. I would like to thank everybody for joining me on this wonderful session. You have a great day ahead.